Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Yes, hard truth distilling. Hard truth. So I'm really excited for this one. So going back a few episodes ago, I talked about new releases coming out in 2024, and these are three that came out from Hard Truth. So when you think about Hard Truth, a couple of things come to mind. Everyone knows Hard Truth because of their ryes. When they hit the market, Hard Truth, like their Sweet Mash ryes, they were flat out amazing. And I actually just did a barrel pick. Funny enough, my barrel pick actually just came in today. I'm going to be releasing my Hard Truth barrel pick to my Patron group. So that's when I fell in love with Hard Truth, because of all their ryes. Did a barrel pick. So I'm a true believer of the brand. However, fast forward again, in January of this year, Hard Truth came out with 3 new bourbons, which is really cool. They came out with their small batch, their bottled and bond. This is the 4-grain. Yep, the bottled and bond 4-grain, and the bottled and bond wheated. So very excited about these new whiskeys that are coming to life for Hard Truth. So not only are they now known for their ryes, they're obviously now known for their bourbons as well. All right, but we're going to do 3 separate judgments, and then I'm also going to do a 4th. If I could only buy one, which one would I buy? Fair? All right. So what else do we know about Hard Truth? So they're based out of Nashville, Indiana. I know it's always funny because you hear Nashville, you always, everyone, including myself, assumes Tennessee, but no, they're based out of Nashville, Indiana. And what's important to say, they truly distill their own products. They age it, they bottle it, they do it all themselves. They are their own distillery, no sourcing. They truly distill their own products. Cool? All right. Hard Truth is available. Of course, you can get it online, certain places like your sharedpour.com or like Sillbox, places like that. But they are available in about 20, maybe 21 different states. So kind of all across the U.S., various different states, maybe not necessarily in your state, but in neighboring states as well. So you can just go online and you can find exactly where Hard Truth is, where you can find their products. Fair? All right. So we have 3 new whiskeys. I'm always game for trying whiskey, right? Especially new releases. And I should say thank you, by the way, to Hard Truth for sending over these bottles for me to get them on the channel. I do appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's dive into the first one. So we're going to go in order of proof. So we got, this is their small batch. So the small batch comes in at exactly $45 from an MSRP, so $45. And I should say, as it says here on the front of the bottle, for all 3 of these are sweet mash bourbons. I probably should just kind of explain super quick. When you think of sweet mash bourbon, that essentially means that when Hard Truth is creating like their mash, if you will, their mash bill as a whole, they're using brand new, fresh ingredients. So fresh corn, fresh rye, fresh malted barley. That is what we refer to in the bourbon world as a sweet mash. A sour mash means that when they're about to create a brand new batch of whiskey, or they're about to create, like, let's call it brand new whiskey itself, they reuse some of the old mash to kind of kickstart the new mash that they're creating. But they're using brand new ingredients, so brand new corn, rye, malted barley for each and every single batch. That's what they're doing. They're using the sweet mash process. So that's pretty cool. A little bit more expensive, so I give Hard Truth credit for that. But again, back to the small batch. So this is a 90 proof whiskey coming in at $45. I've already poured these just to let these kind of air out a little bit. And I've already poured a little bit in my Infinity bottles as well. But when you think about this one, so it's brand new, $45, 90 proof. The mash bill on this one, we have 73% corn, 19% rye, and 8% malted barley. Oh, that nose is nice. I haven't tried these yet because I poured them directly into my Infinity bottle when I let them, open up a little bit, and just today. So I am really excited to try some Hard Truth bourbon. All right, so on the nose, very nice, very sweet. I almost get like a softer, like a oatmeal kind of a note, like an oatmeal meets like a little bit of caramel, smidge, and just a smidge of a little bit of oak. Very like oatmeal, caramel, a little bit of honey as well. Love a good small batch product, especially something that's new to market. So we shall see. 3 verdicts, and then at the end I'll give you a 4th verdict. Which one's the best? If you can only buy one, I should say, which one would you buy? Cool? All right. Let's go ahead. We don't have an exact age statement, by the way, as well for this small batch. Here we go. Cheers. Very nice. Creamy. That oatmeal note. Oh, that was funny because that was in the palate. That stays in the middle. I'm sorry, that was in the nose. That stays in the beginning of the palate all the way through to the end of the palate as well. Creamy, oatmeal, caramel, a little bit of honey, good bit of oak from the barrel, of course, as well. Not bad at all for a new small batch product. Not bad. I like it, Hard Truth. Cheers again. What I like about this is sweet. Sometimes you get like a small batch, and when you get a small batch, sometimes, even at 90 proof, sometimes it tastes very like thin or bland. And this actually does not. It doesn't taste that at all. It actually has tons of character and depth for what I would assume is probably about a 4.5 year old small batch bourbon. Tons of flavor, tons of depth for a 90 proof whiskey. I mean, this is actually nice. I mean, it's holding up very well, especially the mid palate and also the back of the palate. A lot of times with like a lower proof whiskey, the back of the palate, it goes here and then it just quickly falls off. That's actually not the case with this one. Hence the reason why I'm finishing it. Cheers again. Wow. I'm actually impressed with that one. All right. Not bad. Saving verdicts until the end. All 4 judgments at the end. All right. Now we're moving over to the 4-grain bottled in bond. So this one, a little bit more expensive. This one comes in at the 4-grain. Yeah, 4-grain. This one comes in at $60. So moves up a little bit more. Comes in at $60 for the 4-grain. It's bottled in bond, so obviously it's 100 proof. From an age standpoint, so bottled in bond obviously has to be aged at least 4 years in the government controlled warehouse. However, what's cool about Hard Truth, they put here right on the side of the bottle, this was distilled in spring of 2019 and then bottled in spring of 2024. So for the most part, it's essentially about 5 years. It might be 4 years and 11 months, depending on exactly when in the spring of this year they actually bottled it. But it's essentially a 5-year age stated for the most part product, which is pretty cool. So $60, so a little bit more expensive. And when you think about it from a mash bill standpoint, get into the nose real quick. Wow, this is nice. You got 78% corn, 9% rye, 9% wheat, and 4% malted barley. So there's your 4 grains. So this one, very nice. More pepper, more kind of like a softer caramel meets like an apple pie kind of a note. Very nice though, very soft. Interesting. All right, let's see this bottle again. All right, sweet mash bourbon, also sweet mash as well. 4-grain bottled in bond. All right, 100 proof. Let's go ahead and dive into this one real quick. All right, before we dive in, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Have you tried any of these brand new Hard Truth releases? And if so, which one? And did you enjoy it? Last but not least, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Fair? All right. Cheers. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I like that. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Oh boy, hold on. Woo! We got bourbon night coming up at my house pretty soon. I'm having all my buddies over pretty soon, so I can't wait for them to try these brand new Hard Truth releases. Oh wow, that's even more creamier than that one. A lot more like an apple pie meets a caramel with like a little bit of a hint of like a honey kind of a note as well. Very interesting from a palate standpoint. Wow, that's not bad. Not bad. Whoa, Hard Truth hitting the streets hard with these brand new releases. All right. I know which one so far is my favorite. So far, just the two, but we got one to go. Fair? All right. So now, last but not least, we are diving into the weeded bourbon. So same thing here. This is a bottled and bond weeded bourbon. So obviously bottled and bond, so it has to be aged at least 4 years. Same thing with this one on the side. Distilled in spring of 2019, bottled in spring of 2024. So for the most part, essentially aged 5 years. Obviously it's bottled and bond, so of course 100 proof on the dot. But for this one, it is a weeded bourbon, which means that the in the mash bill, the secondary ingredient after corn, the majority of it is wheat after corn. And specifically with this one, from a mash bill standpoint, you have 69% corn, 19% wheat, and then 12% malted barley. Very nice. Very nice. The nose almost kind of reminds me of a combination of these two kind of combined in a way, which is interesting. I like it. Good depth of like a good blend rather of caramel, that oatmeal kind of like raisin oatmeal cookie kind of a note, some honey, slightly a little bit earthy, not bad, not too much. Very nice, not bad at all. MSRP kind of in between these two. This was 45, this was 60. MSRP on this one right here, $55. So 55 bucks. All right. I like it. Here we go. Cheers. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That's good. That's really, really good. So, man, that's pretty good. All right, I have to go back. I'm sorry. I have to go back. Oh, wow. I know a lot of people are going to like this. That is truly a combination of these two in a way. It has a great nose, a wonderful mid palate, and a really good finish, especially at 100 proof. A really good finish. It's sweet, it's spicy, it has like earthy kind of a notes to it, but it also has like baking notes as well. Some of those like oatmeal kind of notes in there, the caramel, the oak as well. That is pretty good. Wow. All right. So I'm going to make this a little bit easier. So real quick, Judge, give me a verdict for all three of these. So starting with the small batch, that is a buy. I'm saying it's a buy because what I love about it is that at 90 proof, the middle and the end of the palate, that stayed like for a long time. It held like its own, honestly, especially for a newer whiskey to market. That actually held its ground, especially at 45 bucks. That's a solid daily sipper, folks. So absolutely a solid daily sipper. If you're looking to change it up for something different than what's out there right now, and there's a lot of different great other daily sippers out there, but you want another really good small daily sipper at 45 bucks, which is not too bad from a price standpoint, boom, go with that bad boy. 4 grain, I know everyone thinks 4 grain is hot, it's heavy, and so forth. Like from a name standpoint, it has to be good, and I can't lie, that it is pretty damn good. It really is. I think Hard Truth did a phenomenal job with this 4 grain product. Solid as they come. One that I definitely enjoyed, especially at $60 as well for a bottled and bond product, aged 5 years. Very, very nice, and also affordable in this day and age as it relates to whiskey. Now, for verdict number 3, is this a buy, Judge? And then I probably should get to verdict number 4. If you had to only buy one, which one would you buy? I'm only going to hit the gavel once because it's a double decision. This right here, in my opinion, is the best of the 3. So I always try to think about from a price standpoint, right? This is $55. If you walked into a liquor store and you're like, Judge, I can't drop $1.50 on all 3 of these. I can only buy one because that's what my budget looks like. And I respect that, first and foremost. If you could only buy one, you're going to be happy with any of these. But if you could only buy one, this right here, this weeded expression is flat out insane. I think Hard Truth did a great job with these two, but when it comes to this one, they did a phenomenal job, and I mean another level. So for me, of the three, the Wheated, by far the best. Hence the reason why I'm pouring a little bit more. All right, folks, until the next time, as we say in this courtroom each and every week, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Take care.